So, ladies and gentlemen, the government is broke. The president is on record saying that we're not going to borrow to pay our civil servants. What can we do as a people to get ourselves out of this mess? Hello and welcome. This is the Plan B with Anthony Kirori, the only show that dares to give us permanent solutions to major problems that affect you and me. Anthony.
Yes, sir.
If you met the president, what advice would you give him?
Let's play that piece soon. Very good. We have a large debt, that's true. But before I tell you what I'll tell the president, let's put some things in context. We're talking about 9-10 trillion in terms of debt. But do you know if you had a billion, let's go to the billions a bit. You know if you had a billion, or just 1 billion, you put in the bank account and you get an interest rate of say 12%. Do you know that's 120 million every single year? Divide 120 million by 12 months. How much is that per month?
10 million shillings.
10 million shillings.
Good money.
The billion is intact. And you're getting 10 million good money every month. So a billion is a lot of money.
Sure.
Can't even start thinking about a trillion. However, let me ask you a question. The services that the government provides, if you are to name 2, 3, 4 essential ones, which ones would you list? Would you name?
Well, maybe we have health,
Health,
we have water, we have education, and lastly, maybe roads.
roads. Good. The former governor of Makueni, he built the Makueni Mother and Child Hospital. A hospital with a capacity of 200 beds, and it costed only 135 million Kenya shillings. Now imagine if you are to build that in every constituency. That's a mother and child hospital in every constituency.
Okay.
Now when these children grow, some of them will be boys, so you also build another hospital for boys only. Some will be girls, we build a hospital for girls only. We should not forget their fathers, so a hospital for fathers only. And then let's build another one for visitors. 5 hospitals. Okay. Do you have a calculator?
Yeah, I do.
So 135 million, it's 0.135 of a billion.
135,
Times 5 hospitals.
5 hospitals.
Every constituency, times 280 constituencies.
Sure.
How much is that?
That is 195.75 billion Kenyan shillings.
So every constituency has 5 such hospitals. Building a hospital and a school, which is more expensive?
I think a hospital.
By 5, I'd imagine, yes?
Sure.
But let's use the same amount to build schools.
So multiply that by 2. That is 391.5 billion Kenyan shillings.
You mentioned roads. So let's say we build another 40, 50, 60 kilometers of roads in every constituency. Many places like Nairobi, Mombasa, that's not applicable. But let's assume we are building 56 kilometers of roads, spending $1 billion per constituency. So add another 290 billion.
Okay. So that is 681.5 billion.
You mentioned water. Now, there's some places in Athi here in Juja, they do not have water connection. So let's spend $1 billion in every constituency so that they will get piped water. And then there's many quarries abandoned in Juja. We convert some of them into dams. And then government also buys us some water tanks and helps us to be able to harvest some the rainwater. Okay. So let's spend $1 billion per constituency on.
That is 290 more.
Add another 290.
Okay. That is 971.5 billion shillings.
Hatujafikisha 1 trillion?
Bado.
We've not reached a trillion?
Not yet.
A trillion is a lot of money.
Sure.
And now we are talking about what, 9-10 trillion? So where did the other 8-9 trillion go to? First of all, that trillion, are all those things on the ground?
Yes.
They are. There are 5 hospitals in every constituency.
No, at the moment, no.
At the moment, no.
Yes.
Yes. But imagine if they were. So, if 1 trillion can do that much, and still many billions remain, how much more would 8-9 trillion do?
A lot more.
So what I'll tell the president is this. Parliament, one of the roles of parliament is oversight. So they are responsible to make sure of accountability and transparency. So I'll tell the president to tell parliament to get to the oversight role and do a deep dive forensic audit and start following the money from where? From the source up to where it ended. I could be wrong, but I think because these are huge amounts of money you're talking about.
Sure.
Maybe a good part of it got stuck somewhere in some routing channels in banks. So maybe some money is somewhere suspended in some bank account. Then again, maybe some got stolen. So only a deep dive forensic audit will be able to let us know this. So Parliament, to take care of the deep dive opportunity, to do a forensic audit and use this opportunity to follow the money so that we know any money that is trapped somewhere, that got lost, that is in some bank somewhere suspended, that money will just automatically be, the amount will be taken and it will reduce the amount of money we need to pay. And then whatever was stolen, they'll find out whoever stole it. That's corruption. Let the law follow its course. It's that simple.
Okay.
Yes.
So what next after Parliament has done its part?
After it's done its part, they have to go to phase 2 of it. So they've finished the deep dive and they've known how much has been stolen. So when they finish the deep dive, they'll know exactly how much needs to be paid. So they need to inform us as citizens, you, me, and our viewers. They need to inform us as citizens. We are supposed to pay X amount of money, and we'll be paying this amount every month. And most importantly, or just as important is, they need to inform us in advance in case there's some maturity. Suppose there's a debt that is maturing that has to be paid by July, another debt to be paid by December, and it will affect people that they will be paid their salaries. Imagine what happened in Easter, happens during Christmas, and you're not paid your salary during Christmas. How will that Christmas be?
Disastrous.
But suppose you're informed in advance, you'll be able to plan accordingly.
Sure.
Yes, so I think that's the second thing that needs to happen. Yes.
So you've talked of government. What can we do as a people to also help?
Very good. Even us, citizens, you, me, and viewers, we have a big role to play. We are complaining that there are no job opportunities in the country. Let me use a practical example. You cannot compare this phone with the phones that were there 20 years ago.
Sure.
But what happened? The people making these phones 20 years ago, because we bought from them, they were able to evolve. Eventually now we have a computer for a phone. Likewise, whatever is being made in Kenya, we need to start buying Kenyan. We identify Kenyan-made products and buy them. Eventually, our companies are going to grow big. They'll employ more people, and the taxes will be paid here. Every time we buy something imported, we are enriching other countries, paying taxes for other countries, enriching those people. Let's focus on enriching Kenya by buying Kenyan-made products.
Okay.
Yes.
So as part of buying Kenya and building Kenya, I walked into Naivas the other day. Last time we talked about the green pencils, and about a pack of pencils, which are much longer, and the graphite is a bit harder, therefore giving more value to the user.
Yes.
So what are you doing also as a Kenyan to also support the Kenyan industry? So keep those queries coming. Use this email address is scrolling down below. You can also as well use our comment section. Remember to share this content, and most importantly, to subscribe. See you next time. That has been Plan B with Anthony Kirori. I've been your host, Wanjohi Mwangi.